Okay, so I am going to teach y'all a little trick for solving systems of equations. And the reason I'm teaching it to you now is because you've learned how to do it by hand. Y'all have worked really hard at solving systems by doing substitution and elimination. So now I'm going to show you how the calculator will help you. Whenever I first learned this, I had to do it by hand, actually solve what's called a matrix by hand. But the calculator will do it for us, and it'll find us what the variables are equal to. So this is called a matrix. It's an array of numbers organized by rows and columns. So we have, this is our row. This is another row. All right. And then these are columns. I'm just going to point to there. So on this one we have, it's a 2-row by 3 column. So what we are going to do to solve a system of equations using the matrix and our calculator is you will make sure that your equations are written in standard form. That's your ax plus by equals c. Then you're going to write your coefficients of the equations in matrix form. So see how this is a plus a b equals a c? That's 3 columns for 1 row. So whenever you do your matrix, each row is going to represent an equation. So you're going to have the coefficients as entries of your matrix. ABC of the first equation. So I'm going to put equation 1. And then A, B, C of equation 2. Oh, A, C, C, A, B, C. There we go. Fix it. Then we are going to follow some steps in order to do our matrix in our calculator. Okay, do y'all all have your calculator in front of you? I'd rather you do it, well, you can do it on the computer. It doesn't matter. It's same steps. Okay, so it says push second and then that x to the -1 for matrix. So let's go ahead and do that. Second, and then the matrix is right here. I hate how it like does that. Okay. Should be good right there, right? Okay, did y'all do the second matrix and see this screen? Okay, I'm going to do it again. Second, and then this is the matrix. See how it's in blue? Push that. Okay. Then we are going to go to RREF. That means row reduced echelon form, which is, it was taught to me in linear algebra whenever I was taking my college classes. It's just a way to reduce each row to put it in a specific form. So we're going to go over to math and find the RREF. Push enter. Okay, it doesn't do anything. It just tells us some kind of operation that's going to happen. Now do alpha zoom. And we are going to put our matrix in here. And if we're doing a 2-variable equation that is written with 2 equations, it's going to be a 2 by 3. So you can move your arrow up and over to make sure that, and then push enter on the 3 for 3 columns. So make sure it looks like mine. And also you can look over here. This is how it should look too. So this gives you step by step. Alpha zoom. Make sure it says a 2 by 3. Then go back down and push OK. Now it makes a blank template for your matrix. You're going to enter the numbers of your matrix, press enter. We don't have any numbers yet. I just want you to see it. And then we are going to be given a matrix as a solution. This is how your solution is going to look. 1, 0, and some number. 0, 1, and some number. It'll always pop out like this after you do RREF. And this tells us the solutions. So if you're doing it where you have it in standard form, where this represents X coefficient, Y coefficient, the first column is where your X's go, second column is where your Y's go. Then this right here, that number is going to be what X is. And this number will be what Y is. So I know it's kind of hard to understand right now because we haven't actually done an example, but you'll be able to see what that entails. Okay. Okay, so let's put this in. So before we put it in the calculator, let's write what our matrix will be. So draw your matrix with these little long brackets. And you do all the X's like A, X, B, Y, and C. So you write your coefficients. So for the first equation, the coefficient of X is 1. Coefficient of Y is -2. And coefficient of C is 2. Or the C value is 2 is what I should say. And then, so that's first equation. The second equation is 3, 1, and 6. So that is what we are going to put in our matrix. You already see the output. I just want to make sure you know how to do it. So I have this from earlier. I want to clear it out, though, because I want y'all to do it again. Clear it out. Let's follow the steps. So look back over here. The steps are second, X to -1. So it's second matrix. Go over to math. Go down to RREF. Okay, and then do alpha zoom. Make sure it's a 2 by 3. Now put in your entries of the matrix. 1, and then you can arrow over to get to -2. Don't push enter until you fill out your whole matrix. Yeah, bring it over here. Okay.
Great.
Oh my God. Y'all help each other. If you see somebody who is struggling with it, help them.
And now what I do? And then do alpha zip. And then it's a 2 by 3. And then I'll put 1.
Did you already know how to do this? Rainy? You knew all this? You did?
Yeah, I do it for you.
Great. That's awesome.
So if y'all know,
Huh?
you know who to call.
Yeah. Okay, so we push enter, and this is our solution. So whenever you have your solution, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0, that means that, remember it's X, Y, and then some number. That means that X equals 2 and Y equals 0. These are where your solutions are. So our solution is 2, 0. What do y'all think about that?
candy.
All right, so we need to practice this. So let's go ahead and do the next one. These are all written in standard form already. The X, the Y, the C. So I'm going to let you go ahead and do that. Write down your matrix first. And then do the RREF. Write your solution, which should be 1, 0, 0, 1, and then your answers are here, and then write your solution as an X, comma, Y. I'm going to pause it. Talk about the solution. So y'all check me. The first one, 3, 4. Agree? Okay, the second one, 5, 1. Agree? Third one, 13, 30. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, so let's look at this next one. We can substitute in and solve this way. Or we can rearrange and put them in standard form so we can do our matrix. So if I want to do that, then I need to do y equals 1/2 x. I need it to be in x, y equals a number. So I can subtract y on both sides. And I get 0 equals 1/2x minus y. Or how else could I write that so it's an ax plus b equals?
Can't you just subtract x?
Yeah, I could. But I just did it like this. On my one from last year, I subtracted x and took it over to the other side. But this year, I don't know. I just saw that I could move the y and keep the x positive. I don't know. Either way is fine. So then I would have this equation because all I did was just flip it around. So then we have 2, 1, 10, half, negative 1, 0. Okay, so go ahead and put that in. Find your solution.
Can we do the next one?
Yeah. If we look at the next one, does this one have a x value? So what would we use for the x value? Yeah, so we could just put this as 0x plus y equals negative 6. So it'd be 0, 1, negative 6, 4, 1, 2. And we already know y equals negative 6, right? So that just makes it where we can check our answer at the end. So the first one was 4, 2. Did y'all get that? coming out to 2, -6. Is that right? Okay, so 2, -6. Okay. And then the last one, we have this one in standard form, but not this one. So how can I put it in standard form? It's actually y equals mx plus b form. What would I need to do? Which one do we want to do? Does it really matter? So what do y'all think? Move the 3x? Would be -3x plus y equals 2. On the last one, I moved the y to the other side. But the reason I did that was because there was no other value here. So that's why I moved that way. I could have gone the other way. Like either way, it still would have worked out the same. So we have 6, -2, -4, and -3, 1, 2. And if you want to, you can always go back up here, push enter, and then you can change your entries. Just be careful with that because you could make a mistake and actually skip over one of them. Oh, look at what happened. It didn't come out like this. So when it doesn't come out like that, that means there is no solution. Oh, hold on. No, not no solution. It's infinitely many solutions. Many solutions. So what does no solution look like? I don't remember. I'll need to put it in. So this one came out to 1, -3 repeating, -6 repeating, and then 0, 0, 0. So let me find an example for a no solution. Okay, so if it's infinitely many, if we go back to what the solution would be, that means it is the same line. So if you look at this, if I were to solve it, or let's see, move this around, multiply by 2. If I multiply by 2, I would get the same thing. So this is the same line. So a no solution is when it's parallel lines, right? Because they'll never touch. So I'm going to write 2 parallel lines. So I know these are parallel, right? I want to see how it looks in the calculator whenever it's a no solution. So this one, we would subtract the 3x on both sides. And we get -3x plus y equals 2. Write this down in your composition book. And then -3x on this too. So it'd be -3x plus y equals -2. So let's see what that looks like.
It looks kind of like the other one, except it has 0, 0, 1 on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And a repeated number and a 0 on the top.
Okay. So it was 1, -0. So it was almost the same, but 0, 0, 1. So the 0, 0, 1 should be a clue that it is a no solution.
It's solution is this. Like,
If it's 0, 0, 0 on the bottom. Like on no solution is when it's 0, 0, 1. Because it would be like saying y, but 0y equals 1. That doesn't work. But the other one was all zeros on the bottom. And then it gave you x, y, and c. So all zeros tell us infinitely many, or the same line. And then 0, 0, 1 tells us no solution. Okay, so you'll put this foldable in your journal, glue it in, and then I have an assignment for you.